Hello and welcome back to another video. Today we're not in my workshop, but we're in my backyard, and I'm going to be milling up some logs, at least starting the process of milling them up. So let's get right into it. Now these logs that I have, I got them a couple weeks ago, I think maybe 6 weeks ago, and they're still very, very wet. These are oak logs, I believe they're white oak. I wanted to just get them into shorter pieces, that way they were easier to store, and I could also practice my milling techniques, because this is the first time I've ever taken rough stock, logs, and turning it into boards or, blanks I can use to make spatulas, spoons, and maybe even cutting boards if I can get enough wood out of these. If you look to my left here, I've got a jig set up where I'm going to be able to use my body clamp, my own weight. I've got a tape measure and some chalk so I can mark off pieces that I want to cut off. And that's Jade. Jade, come here. So, the first piece I want to cut off, I want it to be right around 18 inches. So, I'm just going to take my chalk and mark off 18 inches. 18 inches is right here. So, that's where we're going to be cutting. Alright, so just going to move this into a better position. That should be good, I think. There's Jade. Say hi to the camera, Jade. I'm gonna see if I can't just snap that. This. That worked pretty well. It's a pretty clean cut. Yeah, that's still super, super wet. I'm gonna go and cut this one in half now. Oh, whew. Man, am I working up a sweat. Oh, you like this shirt? Well, there's a link in the description. You can go check out my merch. So I took those 3 logs and they're now cut up into shorter lengths. I think we have like 15 inches, 16 and 18 inches. Right. And I'm going to sort them between ones that will fit in my bandsaw and ones that won't. And the ones that can fit in my bandsaw, I will bandsaw and mill up into some smaller pieces that I can turn into possibly cutting boards, possibly cheese boards, and maybe spatulas and spoons. Alright, so we're back inside now. I finally have taken off my sweatshirt, my hat, and put on my baseball hat. Back to the normal look you're used to. So, I have the 3 pieces of wood that fit under my bandsaw, or, in that throat area. In the shop now, they're going to be drying out very, very slowly. In fact, as we talk, I can see they're starting to dry out. So I'm going to mill them up as fast as I can. There is one piece that needs to be thinned down just a little bit. So I've got that in a clamp on my bench right here. I'm just going to use a draw knife to thin it down, just maybe like a 1/4 inch. I'm going to be started with the thinnest log. I have my dust mask on and ear protection right now, so let's get started. Unfortunately, I can't continue this video. My bandsaw is not powerful enough and not accurate enough to be able to make straight cuts. I really try, but as you can see, the cuts that this bandsaw makes and my skill level with the bandsaw is just not enough to make straight cuts and mill very well. It also is pretty underpowered for what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to cut through 4 inches of oak that hasn't fully dried yet, so I think I'm going to have to save this kind of project for another day. I did get 3 okay sized boards out of it. I will be able to turn them into spatulas, but it's all part of the learning process. So I'm going to have to end the video here. On the end card you'll see a link to my vlogging channel. You'll get some behind the scenes videos of this project and many others, and there will also be a video that YouTube thinks you like and a playlist that YouTube thinks you will like. So thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a like. If you really love what I'm doing here, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.